The problem is dehumanization, and dehumanization of the other always stems from a dehumanization of the self. You have to be dehumanized in order to dehumanize. Therefore, what we need to be figuring out is how to rehumanize and how to prevent dehumanization in children, because you don't need to be dehumanized. We can fucking skip that fucking stage. But a lot of us, too late. So we need rehumanization. And in order to effectively establish rehumanization, we need to know what the hell it means. What does it mean to be human? We don't have a clear definition for that. So I have one big book to recommend you, and then two other ones that I would maybe also recommend. If you want to understand from a certain perspective, the perspective that I find most easy to understand, yeah? You may understand it completely differently. That's fine. There are lots of different ways to figure this out. But the one I like, this one, I know it's backwards, I'll put the name in the caption, is The Hidden Spring by Mark Solms. It's fairly large, and it is pretty fantastic. I really like this book. It covers a wide variety of aspects of human psychological development, understanding the free energy principle, how human brains fit into the world of physics, how affect and subjective mental experiences, how felt experiences are produced through that system, and it gives us a grounding of what humans are as living creatures. But it stops there. It kind of stops at the individual and how the individual functions in context. Humans, however, have society. We would not be humans if we weren't as social as we were. Humans develop the way that we do because we live in societies, because we have cultures. So we need a way to understand how that individual system becomes a collective system. And I really like Michael Tomasello for this one. There are two books here. There's a bigger one and a slightly older one, which is Becoming Human by Michael Tomasello. And then there is his newest one, which is Agency and Cognitive Development, which covers some of the stuff that's in here, but is more like an add-on. It's an expansion pack for the first one. If you read those, if you like psychology, I like psychology. If you read those, I think you will have an understanding of how a human being functions in a society and what humanization means. If you want to add something to that, add Paulo Freire's Pedagogy of the Oppressed, because Paulo Freire is amazing and has an intuitive understanding of humanization, which doesn't rely on contemporary science.